So here we are. It is December 2021. You are a full-time mortgage lender and a part-time real estate agent. You are leaving your town. You've been gone, 5 years? Is that about right?
Yep, that's right.
So you've been gone 5 years. You're coming back and you're quitting your job, going all in, joining C21 eventually, knowing there's a little bit of a lag. What did that feel like? What did that look like for you?
Well, when you met with me in December, I was super nervous, and I didn't know. I was like, why is Travis Bushaw reaching out to me? Once we talked, I made the commitment to Century 21. I didn't know, I had a goal to be full-time real estate by 35. So at that time, I was 27, gonna be 28. Yeah, somewhere in there. So I was like, oh, I don't know. Travis had a goal. He's like, you're going to do it right away. And I'm like, no, I think we might wait. And then come March, I was like, let's do it. And I just did it. You just have to take that risk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Raising the Bar. I'm Travis Bushaw. I'm here with Taylor Swaney, and this is actually my first podcast for Raising the Bar, so exciting there. And for those of you that don't know this, and I don't even know if Taylor realizes this, Taylor was my first recruit when I joined C21. So when I started my position in January of 2022, I'd already talked to Taylor, but she was actually the first person I brought on. So fun to be doing my first podcast for Raising the Bar with Taylor. So Taylor, it's been a little bit since that December day in 2021 and then March in 2022 when you joined. So obviously lots happened in your life since then. You already had a young daughter at that point in time. Now you have another young daughter. But tell us more about your real estate business. What's really changed in the last 2 years for you?
So a lot has changed. When I took the leap of leaving a safe job, I, of course, was like, I have to make at least what I made in banking. And you were like, you can do it. You were I would say you were probably my biggest cheerleader, if you want to call it. You were like, you're going to do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then, so 2022 was amazing. And I'm like, holy cow, that was awesome. And then come last December, I was like, okay, I really want to take it up a notch and I want to hit Golden Circle. Did I believe in it fully? No. I was these, Dylan coming around talking about the goals and setting the goals. I was like, these are not goals that someone in Oelwein can reach. And I was a naysayer on it. I was negative on it. And then I just fully committed to it. I just was I was all in for real this time. I have some systems that I need to, of course, work on, everyone does. Right. But I just never said no to anything, which seems crazy, but you got to do it.
Yeah. So what do you mean by never saying no to opportunities, to leads? What did that look like?
So any leads I had, I think back to beginning of this year, I had some friends from Cresco, which from Oelwein, that's an hour and 15 drive. They were starting to look in the Oelwein area, which is great. As a buyer, I took them on. We found them a place, and then they were like, well, we really want you to list our house in Cresco. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. This is an hour and 15. Can I make this happen? Can I give them my all? And I did. And it was awesome. So just branching out into different communities and doing that, I did it because it was worth it.
Right. Absolutely. I think you bring up a good point because there was some fear and maybe trepidation when we knew what Golden Circle looked like, and we're in a town of 6,000. And I remember you telling me that there's no way these numbers can work in our market. And here you are, your second full year, and congratulations, you're Golden Circle. What else do you attribute that to? What did you do differently, or what did you add to your business that's helping you get to where you are right now? Because it's not often that we see agents that are 2 years into this full time and they're joining our Golden Circle ranks.
I'm super, super involved in our community, which helps, right? So yep. I'm on school board, I'm on parent insurance support, and I'm on the chamber. So those are you're involved with some big leaders of your community. We are a small community, but right, all of us business owners are part of those groups. So then they're helping share your name. Hey, did you know that Taylor Swaney is a realtor? That has helped me a ton. I feel just getting to know the right people in our community. Of course, I already knew a lot of people growing up here, friends, family. But honestly, if I look at my business, like I bet you 25% are friends and family, just because like sometimes that gets gray, right? And only so many friends and family can continue to buy houses. So like it's really just like getting to know more people in the community.
So, would you say most of your business obviously comes from referrals and people recommending you to their family and friends?
Yeah,
Is that a
100%.
majority of your leads?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I do get a couple of random, like through Center 21 leads, stuff like that, that have played out to help like in my numbers. But that alone probably still is a small number compared to just referral based.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. What excites you most about being in real estate? What is it that you're like, this is for me? Because like you've mentioned to me that you went to college, studied business and finance, ended up in the banking world, and that was that conversation that I had with you is, hey, like mortgage lending's great, but you're in a small town, and how much can you really grow? And I think you mentioned that you were going to top out really, really quickly there. And so real estate was a better opportunity for you. But what is it about real estate that made you say, yes, this is the direction I want to go versus something else?
Yeah, being a lender was definitely safe, right? And I'm sometimes like, I have to tell myself, like, I don't like playing it safe because I don't. But I think that I say it because it's safe. Like, being a lender was safe. So, my biggest thing, and I knew it, growing up, like my parents, they lived paycheck to paycheck, gave us everything we wanted. But like, I could see the strain on them. So I knew like, and Trevor and I, we've been together forever. So like we had the conversation, like we want financial freedom. And, we mapped that out. Like we were like, what does that look like? So with real estate, I was like excited because the income is up to you kind of, right? Like you drive the income. And if you want to work hard and like spend weekends, spend nights away from your family, stuff like that, you have the opportunity to make a lot of money, right? And
Mm-hmm.
another business, you don't get that. Like you're set at a salary or an hourly rate, and that's it. And I was like, that's not fun. So the other thing about real estate too is like I get bored easily. So like sitting in an office 8 to 5 was absolutely horrible for me. I was not good at it. I actually spent most of the time at the teller line talking the whole time because I was like, this is more fun. So in real estate, like you get to like go out and do stuff constantly, and you don't just sit in an office. Like it's forever changing, right? Like, it's fun.
Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate your honesty there because sometimes we think that we should come up with another answer about what excites us most. And so there are obviously other things that really get you excited about real estate. And you mentioned another, but I think it's great to say that there's an opportunity to build wealth in this profession that's unlimited. And like you said, if you want to work hard and you want to spend time in developing your business, it's a great opportunity for that. And I think that's really exciting. So speaking of, did you ever think that you would be a business owner as were growing up in college? Was that something that was on your radar, or was this and is this new in the direction you are right now?
Um, I always wanted it. I dreamed it. Did I think I could do it? No. I was kind of, like I said, I like playing it safe. I was the only person in my family to like do something like this, so I had nobody. I had like nothing to kind of follow other than people like that I look up to, and so like I wanted it to happen. I just didn't know how to make it happen. And then I don't know, like when you make the decision to like go full time real estate or full time like entrepreneurship, like it's worth it if you can like motivate yourself to do that, like to have the discipline to be able to do that. And I did. I mean, I'm still learning, but it's fun to learn that.
Yeah, discipline and commitment will go a really long way if you're like, you know what, I'm all in because I don't have another option here. I've decided to do this and I'm going to be a success. You brought up entrepreneurship. You obviously are an entrepreneur, so you've got your real estate business. You've got some property investments that you've been growing, but you've got another business that is unique and kind of adds into your real estate. Tell us a little bit about it, because I think sometimes people are curious what people do in addition to build their database.
Yeah. So March quit banking, went full time real estate, and then someone else presented me the opportunity to open a nutrition Herbalife club in Oelwein, and I was like, oh my gosh, there is no way that I can take two businesses to that
Right.
level, right? Like I'm super nervous. And then we're gonna call her, like she's an Herbalife coach. She's like, okay, well if you don't do it, someone else is gonna do it. So I was like, well, okay, I'm doing it. So I did it. So what I own 29 Nutrition here in Oelwein, and we sell healthy energy drinks, 0 grams of sugar, and then meal replacement shakes. And when I first opened, I was like, if you guys, I don't. Oelwein is kind of small town community, right? And they've had like a lot of coffee shops, they've had a lot of businesses open and close, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work, but if I can make it a year, heck yeah, I can be proud of that. And we are going on 2 years of doing it, and it's only growing. Like, so again, it's the commitment, the discipline that I like put into this. Like, I'm not here all the time just because that's the other reason that I love it is I'm able to do real estate full time and then hire really good employees to run this and me just kind of be like a back end person. But yeah, just being involved in our community has helped me a ton. It also has helped me with my real estate, right? Like I'm constantly in front of people at 29. So like if I hear them talking about real estate, I can be like, oh yeah, like just kind of butt in there and be like, did you know that I was a realtor? And that has helped. I've actually gotten a few leads off of that. So yeah.
And I know you said that using 29 and your real estate career has been a great way for you to sponsor stuff in the community. What does that look like for you, and how have you done that?
Yeah. So a lot of things like if I donated, like drinks, like we'll call them tea drops or like hydration drinks to like, we've done like football and stuff like that. I will actually donate it from 29 and Taylor Swaney Real Estate. So it's kind of nice. I can use both of them to help me get my name out. So they work really well together.
It's perfect, as you should. Uh, Throwing another one at you here. So obviously you're Golden Circle now, and you're only 2 years in full time. What are you excited to implement or do differently in 2025 to make sure that you're not just maintaining where you're at, but you're growing? What's something that you want to focus on in your business next year?
Well, I actually talked to Angela about this because I want, when we onboarded in 2022 was a lot, right? Like just with the
That was
transition to Center 21. So I want to go back to like systems. I need systems and redoing my 5 spokes and kind of getting to like remember, like like kind of remember doing the 5 spokes, but it was a lot going on. So I want to redo that. So almost like a new agent, but not a new agent. And then, in December, I just want to work on like getting the pop buys out there and stuff like that. And all that stuff, just kind of building on this year, not just plateauing, right? Like I want to hopefully hit it again next year.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with going back to basics. I think it's interesting because it wasn't that long ago that I actually reached out to Angela and Teskey. I'm like, hey, could I get a binder? And they're like, what do you need a binder for? I'm like, I actually want the binder so I can see what our new agents go through. Because it's also stuff that I've never done. And that's one of the biggest things I think we've seen is the training and support we get is unparalleled. But when you come in here as a transfer agent, you're trying to take this all in and run a business at the same time. Like, man, I need to slow down and see everything we have to offer. And we know it exists. It's just taking it all in and not taking it too quickly.
Yeah, I
Good.
agree. I
All
want to
right.
go back to the basics.
Yes, and it's good. It's for all of us. Tell us what are you most excited for in your personal life rolling into 2025? Is it building more time in, growing your businesses? What does it look like for you as Taylor Swaney?
Ooh, good question. I think, which we like, I've talked to Travis a lot about this. It's very common for all of us to make like a 1 year, a 3 year, and a 5 year goal. But actually, my goal of 2025 is to make a 10 year goal, which is really scary and really hard. So that is something and that comes with me narrowing down like better systems, better CRM, better all of that stuff. So then it helps me hit my 10 year goals. Even if in 10 years that's nothing that I wanted, I like setting goals. So that is something that I want to help me in 2025 is getting all that straight.
I like it. Systems are huge, and it's going to make your life so much easier once you can get them in place. But it takes time to figure out what system fits you best, and then learning how to actually use that system. But thankfully, we've got great training out there for it. All right, I don't want to keep you too much longer, Taylor, but we're going to do a fun little called Rapid Fiber. I'm going to give you just in this or that 5 questions. You don't get long to think about it. So I will ask and you're going to give us your answer. And then later on, we don't want you to explain any of those. So somebody listening to this can be like, Taylor, what the heck? Like, that's what you picked. And so don't need to explain anything. We just want to hear your answers. Are you ready?
Ready. Go.
Here we go. Rapid fire. Cookies or cupcakes?
Cookies.
Spring or fall?
Spring.
Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Mop or vacuum?
Vacuum.
And last one, silver or gold?
Gold.
There we go. Hey, we'll make sure Trevor knows as well. Christmas is coming. Taylor, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. You guys, this is Raising the Bar. So excited to talk to our agents, find out their clues to success, see what they're doing as they build their businesses. Taylor, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. For more opportunities to grow, check out morethanmorepodcast.com. Now go out there and make it a great day.